What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Sensei. I'm a rapper that's overcoming Lyme disease. I'm back. This is part 2 of my series Living with Lyme, and I'm going to call it Symptoms. For those of you who don't know, Lyme disease can remain dormant for years up to decades, but for me, I got in a few car accidents, and by my last one, the shock and adrenaline hit me so hard that it created all my symptoms to just flare up. And since then, for the last few years, I've been dealing with those symptoms. Anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and sometimes they can last up to, like hours, unfortunately. And we were trying to figure out what was wrong with me, and I felt like, really bad. And I felt like maybe I was having a heart attack or I was dying. And a lot of people that have anxiety understand what I mean. But like I said, I was in and out of the hospital about four or five times a week. And, it was bad. And eventually they gave me some things to calm me down and whatnot, and I was able to manage that very well. But it limited me at a time period for going out and things like that, and it kind of crippled me for a little bit, and left me in my bed a lot at times. And what also happened was I got a lot of flare-ups in my joints, in my body. I had electric shocks from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, and burning sensations and things like that. And there were times where my ligaments didn't want to work on me, and I had to lay in bed because I just couldn't move, and it was a hard time. Eventually I was able to overcome that, thanks to God, and I was able to use a cane and walk around a little bit better. And occasionally, if my joints don't work at times, I use the cane. Between those flare-ups and things also came blackouts, severe blackouts, to the point where I had a few seizures a couple years back, and that was pretty intense. And because of those things, it led to occasional brain fog, where it created derealization, where it felt like I was in a dream a lot, and it was pretty intense. And occasionally I still get that. And then the one dark time in particular that really crippled me was I was in a driveway ready to go home, and I forgot my name and actually where I was. And it took me about half an hour to an hour to finally get my thoughts back together. But with brain fog, sometimes it can be very intense, and you forget your words and you forget things, and your memory isn't that great. So I was in that dark period, and while I was bedridden off and on for some time now, I had a very severe, deep depression that I felt like I couldn't get out of. But then, I started praying and introducing God more into my life again, and increasing my faith and things like that. And he just gave me that hope and that light to overcome the darkness that was coming over me. And I just want anybody that's watching this to understand how hard it is to deal with Lyme disease, but also that there is an answer and that there is a way. And Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and he will get you through any situation. I believe that we are more than conquerors, and that we can overcome anything through Christ who gives us strength. I also really just thank my whole family for supporting me through this time, especially my mother. She's been a warrior with me, fighting with me all along the way. I'm just so glad to tell you guys that God is really helping us overcome these obstacles, and it's making me a stronger person. So for those of you who are watching, thank you for watching this video. The part 3 is going to be coming very soon, and that will be talking about some of the treatments that I went through over this time as well. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. God bless. Like and subscribe. Peace.